I've got a short presentation for you on the position from IOSH on developing the safety professional. So I'm delighted for the invitation. Thank you very much that I'm able to be here today. And over the next few minutes, it's about developing the IOSH professional from IOSH perspective. So I have got an IOSH script here, which I'm going to refer to, and hopefully with a bit of time at the end, I'm going to give you a few thoughts of my own as well. So, bit of positioning really on context, how organisations responding to the changes in the profession, which is useful background to where we're from. The graphic is a good illustration of what organisations are now doing to respond to the challenges outlined in the Healthy Profit, which was a presentation and piece of research we did a few years ago. It gives context for why IOSH wants to enhance the profession. It's a useful illustration of the changing focus in business on the safety and health function. And what you will see is a clear progression from safety and health being a back office operational function to a strategic consideration. Business now wants safety leaders, people who can be effective in the boardroom as well as operational situations. It wants its health and safety teams to be proactive, to engage, to coach, and to show the way. It wants its safety and health experts to measure behaviours before the accidents occur, not merely reporting to the board on accident rates or lagging indicators, because on their own they're far too reactive, as we all know. So what is the future for IOSH professionals? Well, through our own research, which is represented on the left-hand side of this slide, we've identified what the modern OSH professional needs to address this shift in the way that business is approaching health and safety. As you can see, we've recognised that it's no longer enough for the OSH professional to be technically proficient in risk management. Organisations need them to hold a range of other skills and knowledge. Our members are now being called on to be innovative, culturally aware, strategic thinkers, influencers, and solution providers. So how can IOSH help? Well, our offer to membership is growing, meaning that our members are receiving a significant return on their or their employer's investment. This is just some examples of what IOSH is doing to develop our OSH professionals. Our Competency Framework, to help you identify competencies as you require for your role and to plug the gaps where they are. I'll speak more shortly about this. IOSH Mentoring is providing you with a network of mentors to help guide you, or as a mentor, giving you the opportunity to support others and give something back. Future Leaders Community. You can join our network of future leaders and develop and learn together. Our Career Hub, where you can access information about the latest jobs and tips on how to enhance your job prospects. It's a great opportunity to acquire new knowledge and business skills which can contribute to your continuing professional development. Of course, there's also networking and events which have moved online since COVID. And like many other people, I should be glad when we can get back to seeing each other. IOSH membership opens up a host of opportunities to make connections and hear about good practice. And the magazine, of course, where you can get latest news, analysis, and information. So, you know, don't take the wrapping. Oh, there isn't plastic wrapping anymore, it's paper, isn't it? But, you know, make sure you read into that. It's great for professional development. So let's talk a little bit about future-proofing the profession. IOSH recognises that OSH professionals must be able to respond to the needs of businesses. That is why, through IOSH membership, we supply future leaders of both the profession and organisations to the market. We have various routes into our membership, which we empower through a combination of our Blueprint Competency Framework, which supports development, and is assured through our CPD programme. As a vocational profession, it's important that we understand the future needs of organisations to ensure we are preparing individuals to be impactful for their employers and to successfully, personally successful. Therefore, we work closely with businesses, their leaders, to ensure we understand future opportunities and challenges to ensure we remain relevant and valued. As OSH professionals develop, they gain the combination of skills, knowledge and behaviours to be both competent and highly impactful in their roles. benefiting from both the individuals and the organisations. This combination of personal growth and delivery allows individuals to progress through our membership grades and ultimately have their competence recognised as a chartered safety and health practitioner. Let's look to the future. So, future-proofing the profession, our competency framework. So more about it. This framework sets the standard of skills, knowledge and behaviours of people working in OSH to manage risks and drive change in today's increasingly complex workplace. The framework has 69 competencies across 12 areas, divided into 3 categories. So this technical competence covers health and safety law, risk, incident management, and new technical understanding. On subjects such as ethical practice, ethical understanding, human capital, and community impact. Core competence covers good decision making in the workplace. And behavioural competence includes communication, working with stakeholders, and personal performance. This framework recognises the continuing need for technical competencies, but expands the range of skills, knowledges, and behaviours to reflect the growing influence of health and safety in organisations. It's arguably the most comprehensive competency framework available for the occupational health and safety sector. Let's move in our thoughts to IOSH learning and training solutions then. IOSH is not only a membership body. We are a leader when it comes to developing safety and health training courses. We have a suite of courses which are divided into 4 levels. There are executive, management, core, and professional. These 4 levels, when dovetailed with the competencies, are a very powerful tool for OSH professionals to leverage when considering CPD opportunities and how these opportunities are aligned and desired by businesses. Our tried, tested, and trusted approach is to provide a model which works from either top to bottom or vice versa. We would always encourage adoption of the executive programme first, as this is one of the key ways OSH professionals, in conjunction with the behavioural competencies shown on the previous slide, really start to see themselves making an impact at an operational and strategic level. The management programme embeds the basic OSH skills that non-OSH specific roles acquire. By adopting these courses, you'll see firsthand how the value is being brought into businesses, as well as attaining personal CPD points. Our core programme really supports frontline workers and these professional pillars, where our level 3 safety and health for business certificate resides has been specifically designed to be practical and business centric. Lots of tools, tips, and advice on how to thrive in the business environment. So a summary and then a few of my own thoughts as well to follow. So we're in a changing world of work. Organisations are responding, leading to changes in OSH roles, more collaborative working. OSH professionals need to build competencies, and OSH programmes are there to enhance the profession. The safety and health profession has played such an important role in shaping the modern workplace. But now we must do more if it's to meet the needs of organisations as they respond to rapid changes in things like technology and working practices. We need a profession that is more influential in business, helping it to shape strategy and culture. So that, ladies and gentlemen, is the formal IOSH position on helping to develop the OSH profession. I've just got a few of my own thoughts from my experiences, which I'll just add on to the end to help you. So from my perspective, and I've been doing this for 25 plus years, and I know I can hear you shout that I don't look like that's possible, but I do accept that I have been doing it for 25 plus years. I would say these things to you. Keep learning. Take every course you can possibly get. Network to learn from others and keep building experience. Keep resilient. It's a lonely profession sometimes. It really is. Keep resilient. Certainly, I lost my own way for a while, but never ever give up. We should come back stronger and better. What we do is way too important for that. So let's never ever think that we know it all. I firmly believe this is our year, our time. Wait for no one. Seize the day. You may save another life. Trust your gut instinct and be bold. Make a difference. Disrupt. Never settle. Celebrate every win. Keep learning and take loads from this event today and tomorrow. Keep caring, keep sharing, make it happen, and make safety. Thank you. My contact details are on the slide. My name is not Sunita Patel, but the approaches to the VPs have to be made through that route. So I do hope that that is an acceptable start to your great event, everybody, and I shall take my slides down.
Thank you, Neil. That was interesting. It looks like there's some interesting developments with IOSH and the OSH profession. I'd like to also state that every day is a school day, and you know, learning is not just at the beginning; it's continual improvement, and you know, this is what we as safety professionals need to look at, is to develop our skills, not only just in the health and safety, but in a business field as well. That way we can get our OSH profession onto board levels to make those important decisions.
I think that's massively important, Terry.
Yeah,
massively important. You know,
we tend to have been in the foreground, in the background. Now we're coming forward. So
no, this is our time. Let's seize it. Let's grab it.
Have we any questions for Neil at all?
I am approachable despite the rumours.
Yeah,
we do.
Yeah, we do. Natasha, can you look after that for us?
Of course I can, Brenton. Neil, we've had a few questions. So one from Paul is, how do you propose to maintain real diversity and retain the knowledge drain from those who are retired? Do we know anything about that? I think they're concerned that we're going to lose a lot of knowledge.
Yeah, I actually share that concern. So there is quite a lot of work going on behind the scenes. So you know that we are starting to develop the new strategy. There is a young leaders forum for the new ones coming through. Of course, mentoring has a huge place to play, but there is further work underway to make sure that we do capture this and we respect this. The lessons of the past must never be forgotten. So there are working parties looking at these things. There will be a greater feed into things like the young leaders. One of the reasons I took on the VP role, for those that know me will know it's not about self-promotion. Okay, I'm here to try and pass on some of my knowledge and skills, help other people learn from my mistakes, to help the next generation. So there's things like that going on. I hope that addressed the question.
I think that's really important, making sure that those who are heading for retirement and later in their career are involved in that mentoring program is so important to send to those young leaders, isn't it? Like you say, to learn from experience.
Do you know, there's a saying that somebody said to me a long time ago, you don't know what you don't know. Yeah, you've got to go and seek it out, you know. And I've been doing 25 plus years and I'm still learning. And I learn from the young leaders because, you know, they've got great new ideas. So it's a team approach, isn't it? It's everybody has a place. The experienced guys have got something to contribute and the new guys have got something to contribute as well. Let's just turn nothing away. Let's just keep learning and let's seize our opportunity now.
Couldn't agree more. Couldn't agree more. And Terry's nodding as well. I'm sure we all agree. One of the other ones on here. So Andy says the changes to blueprint, CPD, and grading was expected in April. Do we have any idea when that will happen?
I believe, and I'm not integral to staff at the IOSH at the Grange, Brenton maybe to help, but I believe there's something emerging towards the end of the summertime. Of course, a lot of things have been disrupted by COVID, and the teams at IOSH have had to turn their attention to going online with a lot of other things. But my understanding is it's around that time scale. Yeah. But don't quote me on it. And you can cut that bit out of the recording as well if you like.
It will come, I'm sure. We've all been delayed with lots of things this year. John Paul, how can senior health and safety managers and directors move from using nominal and NEBOSH as a criteria they are using in employing health and safety advisors?
Can you just repeat that one, Natasha?
Yeah. But how senior managers and directors move from using nominal and NEBOSH as a criteria for employing health and safety advisors. I think this is probably around the competence model and how those directors and managers can integrate the model of competence into their selection criteria rather than just using letters after someone's name or qualifications.
Oh, right. Okay. So, yeah, well, that's about educating industry, isn't it? So surely that's our job to get the word out there, to educate people, to get a place in front of these people. But also, you know, nationally, we can do things on that, can't we? We can keep promoting the messages and what it's all about. So it's a massive education process. But
Yeah.
there's an ingrained thing here about what it looks like, you know, and my experience is that actually I became a better practitioner by making mistakes and through experience than I ever did from any of my studies.
Yeah.
You know, so it's our job, I think, to educate industry. Our job.
Yeah. And we've probably got a lot of trainers in the room and consultants who can share the news of that competence model and how vast it is.
Absolutely.
Especially the contents of soft skills and those sorts of important listening elements that are really important as OSH professionals.
I think absolutely that. And with anything in health and safety, you've got to tell people, tell them again, then tell them you've told them, and then go and tell them again. Yeah, we never ever stop. This journey never stops. Either the learning journey or seizing the advantages from COVID out of this terrible time. I always liken it to driving a car uphill with your foot on the accelerator. You know, you've got to keep your foot down all the time. And when you hit the hill, you've got to push even harder.
Yeah, I like that analogy. Jean is saying, I'm self-growth health and safety director without any qualification or diploma. What could be the most benefit IOSH training to be stamped as recognised as a health and safety professional? So she's obviously self-grown into safety director. She's looking at something to back that up.
Right, okay, well, clearly professional qualifications, competency right have a really important place, but there's lots of options out there, isn't there? NEBOSH certificate, diploma, like the new IOSH safety courses, and of course the other safety organisations that are out there as well. So look at the options and the NVQ routes. There's lots of different options to go forward in terms of formal qualifications. Was that answering the question?
It was, yeah. And I think also that that almost mentoring program that we've got running, maybe jump into that, even if you're not developing that career, but developing your qualifications.
Do you know what? I get a lot from that. I'm actually mentoring 7 different professionals now. And I really, really enjoy doing that. And there's a great way forward for people. That's a great way to share experiences.
I couldn't agree more. Have we got time for one more, do we think?
Yeah. Time for one more, Natasha.
Excellent. Okay. And just so you guys all know, we have got a few other questions, and I know we haven't answered all of them, but we will get back to you later on. So I'm doing some searches on the links between the lean management approach and safety culture. Would we find any workshops or discussions on it if we join the IOSH network?
I can't think of anything particularly on lean at the moment. I do have my own personal experiences of it, good and bad, and I'm happy to talk with that person offline if I can help them.
Okay.
But I'm not aware of anything particularly in the upcoming agenda specifically on lean at the moment.
It would be an interesting topic to develop, I suppose, for that.
Yeah, well, like all of these things, I've experienced it where it's been good, and I've experienced some real conflicts as well. So if I can help, then, you know, contact through the information I've given and I'll help you to help that. Or it is a subject for another day and I'm happy to contribute to that.
Amazing. Thanks, Neil.